Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of detail to the eyes. This cat has some really neat little striations in his eye that are really pretty. And I just want to kind of try to capture that. So I'm just going to use a really light watery glaze, like you can see here. See how watery that is? It's going to be really subtle. Really, if you step away from the painting, you probably won't even be able to see it. So I'm going to put in some dark in here. And he's got these neat little lines, like I was saying. So now I just washed my brush out, and while this little layer right here is still wet, I'm just going to put clear water, and this water will run up into, I need to dry my brush out, it's kind of flooding it backwards, but it'll run up into these lines of clear water that I'm putting. See, I don't have any paint in my paintbrush right now, I'm just putting water. Now I'm picking up some paint and doing the same up here. Just painting in those neat little striations that give his eyes character. I don't know if you can see this on the camera too well because it is so subtle. I'm going to put in some of those striations over here. I did put some over here. What you'll learn with watercolor is it'll look dark when you're painting it, and then it'll dry and you'll not be able to see it at all. So you got to make it a little bit darker than you want it, because as it dries it's going to lighten. So that's something to remember with watercolor. And I'm just going to put in some more striations up here, just really subtle, just to give the eyes some interest. The eyes are going to be the main focus of this painting, so you do want to go ahead and put a little bit more detail in that area. It's just like any painting, a landscape, whether it be a landscape, a person, or a cat. Wherever you want your viewer's eye to go, you want to put a little bit more detail. And these striations really look nice, so I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. That's another thing with painting. One of the tricks to it is knowing when to stop. So I'm going to stop with those eyes for now and I'm going to think about it. But for now, I'm going to let those rest and maybe put in a little bit more details, and I still need to put in the whiskers. And I want to clean this up a little bit so that there's more character and detail up here. And actually, while the paint is a little wet still up there because it hasn't quite dried from my last, I'm just going to put in some character lines, I guess you could call them. They're a little bit more detailed, not as soft as the first layer was. The paint's a little bit, the paper is a little bit drier, so that my marks are a little bit harsher and they are not soft. They don't spread out and just kind of disappear into the paint or into the paper. So that will add some interest there. And then I'll just put one more little line up here just to draw some interest in here. There you go, and then I'll let that dry, and I'll probably come in again and put a little bit more detail there.